Welcome to another edition of the Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Why we call her Goddess? We call her Goddess because she is a female deity. In English, Goddess means female deity. But there are many languages, so she shall be known as Goddess in whatever language she shall speak. Why shall she be known as Goddess in whatever language is spoken, you ask? It is simple. As long as she is known as Goddess, everybody knows who you are talking about. Everybody knows what a goddess is. Everybody knows that goddess means the female deity. People do not know what a female deity means if you do not call her goddess. So she needs to be called goddess in whatever language is spoken. Because if you call her goddess, everyone shall know she is goddess, and everyone shall be able to worship her together in harmony as a group. And that kind of harmony can bring great benefits and great joys to the goddess worshiping community. On to the subject of the rainbow. The rainbow, a beautiful arc arching above our heads. The rainbow belongs to Goddess. Goddess gave me a sign, and the sign that she gave me was the rainbow. The rainbow is the goddess's own. Now, you may be wondering, what is it about the rainbow that's so special? What is it about the rainbow that makes it goddess's sign? Because the goddess created all of the colors of the rainbow. So when you look at a rainbow, remember that the colors of the rainbow were all created by Goddess. They are the goddess's palette. The rainbow is the goddess's own palette up in the sky. There's more to it than just the rainbow. We are a rainbow of people. Each of us has a unique color, and each color has a unique frequency. You see, light is electromagnetic energy, and the electromagnetic waves each have a unique frequency. That frequency creates the color of light that you see in the sky. So when you look at a rainbow, you're looking at a frequency spectrum, a spectrum of frequencies that are all together in the sky, all together in harmony. What it is light is composed of all the frequencies. White light is composed of all the frequencies that you can see in a rainbow. So when that color, those colors are separated out from white light by a spectrum, you can see all the frequencies of white light in that rainbow up in the sky. Each of us has a unique frequency that belongs to our spirit. Our spirits have a unique frequency. Each person has a unique frequency. No two people are alike. So when you see that frequency, that color, you know that one color, that one specific frequency represents one person's spirit. That is one of the reasons why we have masculine and feminine. Masculine on one hand, feminine on the other, comes from frequencies. It's a spectrum. It's not just one thing. Femininity is not just one thing, and masculinity isn't just one thing. They need to be compared to each other in order for us to distinguish masculine and feminine. But we know when we find femininity that we could find femininity far greater and far beyond the femininity we found. And that is because masculinity and femininity lie along a spectrum. What spectrum? The rainbow spectrum. So when you see a rainbow, you see the very masculine frequencies of light and the very feminine frequencies of light and all the frequencies in between. So you know that the relative frequencies of light are all relative to each other. So you can distinguish the relative masculinity or femininity of the colors of light. What colors are masculine and what colors are feminine? Red is a very masculine color. Red and orange are masculine colors, and red is the most masculine of all. The most feminine colors are blue and violet and ultraviolet. Blue, violet, and ultraviolet are the very feminine colors. Now, most of the time, red and orange are not even human frequencies. Those frequencies usually belong to animals. But human frequencies are between blue light and ultraviolet light. And that is why almost everyone's favorite color is blue, because most people fall into the blue spectrum. But there are also many frequencies above that, the violet colors and the ultraviolet colors, which are also frequencies belonging to human beings. And the people are very intelligent who belong to those frequencies. In addition to these frequencies of blue and ultraviolet light, we have the gender of the individual. And everyone has a gender, male or female. So the spirit has two properties and two genders. One is the color from the spectrum of frequency. One is the color of light, that is the color of the spirit, that is a unique frequency. And the other property that belongs to each human being is their gender. So people have two genders. And you can see it in our everyday lives and everyday human beings, everyday people. You can see that there's very masculine men and there's very feminine men, and there's men that are in between. And the same for women. There's very masculine women and there's very feminine women, and there's women in between. That's because the spirit has two genders. On this spectrum of frequencies, you may ask, the goddess herself is way beyond visible light. She is beyond visible light into the gamma frequencies. The gamma frequencies belong to Goddess because they are the greatest of all frequencies, which makes the radiation from Goddess actually dangerous to human beings, which is why they can't stand in her presence, because the radiation from Goddess is so intense that we can only see it with the eyes of the spirit. And that is also why she is very, very feminine. Tune in next time for another edition of The Great Goddess.